I'm Bun Bun. Nice to meet you. And I'm here in pajamas and scarf and bonnet because I just wanted to chat real quick. You know, just a little chit, just a little chat. And I wanted to talk about the After series, the After movie. So it's after we collided, after then and still, after ever happy. I really don't know what the third movie's called, actually, for real. It's just, it's terrible naming conventions. But I wanted to talk about just as a whole. Now, this isn't a deep dive into each movie because all of them kind of ran together for me because we watched it, we kind of binge watched them, like back to back almost. So I couldn't honestly, for real, tell you what exactly happens in one movie from the other. I just want to first begin with the fact that this whole entire After series is a fan fiction, apparently from Wattpad, about the One Direction One Direction member, Harry Styles. So the main character, the male lead, my K-drama. The male lead is played by a hero, is it like Phineas something, and he plays Hardin. And Hardin is supposed to be Harry Styles. Now, the girls and all the girls who've seen this movie know what I'm talking about. If I'm Harry Styles and you're telling me that you wrote Hardin to be me,
blocked.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Kakao, WhatsApp, whatever, any social anything that you might be able to reach me at, no you cannot, because you're blocked.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Do you like him for real? Is this your fave? Is this your king? Cause I cannot imagine sitting down and typing fast, writing a story about Onyu and making him Hardin. Oh. I hope that Harry has never seen the series. I hope he's never read it. And I hope he just has a bubble around him. Because this is not it. This is not it. If I were Harry, I would have to put out a disclaimer before every movie and keep it in the corner of the movie saying this has nothing to do with Harry Styles of One Direction. No correlation. They do not know each other. They only share a name. Is that bad? I can't imagine why you painted him in this kind of light if that's your fave. I don't get it. But you know what? Okay, so Hardin and Tessa is such... Tessa is very much was on the I can fix him, and I'm not convinced that she's not going to continue to keep trying because there's another movie coming out. And these movies are about, what, an hour and a half or so more long. So we have to fill it with something. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be Tessa getting her life together separately from Hardin. So for everything that we've seen up until now, so again, I've watched movies 1 through 4. And Tessa went and got that crisis banging. She destroyed her beautiful set of hair with that goddamn fringe. It's And you know what? Where's Trevor?
Fucking Trevor!
Fucking Trevor! Where's fucking Trevor? Because what if she reconnects with him and gets her life back on track, because it's really sad that all of this is happening to Tessa. She doesn't deserve this. She ain't do nothing out of pocket, except for when she slipped out of her dorm while her boyfriend was actively there so that she could go have sex with Hardin in his dorm. That was grimy.
What are you doing?
I'm not saying everything that is happening after that she deserves as karma because of that, but sis, that was dirt. That said, past that, she hasn't done anything to deserve just the heartache and strife and just, oh my god, I cannot imagine doing all of this over a man. Sis, if it were me, I simply just wouldn't, because I cannot imagine that Hardin has dick the way that you are acting like he does. Does the tip of it touch your cervix and you suddenly appear in the ancestral lands? Do you have a direct line to the heavens when that happens, and that's why you can't let it go? I'm trying to understand, because every scene that we've seen, and there's a gratuitous amount, there's more than we need. This movie is only sex, and all you guys are doing is just breathing in each other's faces while the sex music is going on in the background, and it doesn't look like it's all that. Now I get it, they have to keep a certain rating, so they can't do too much. It can't be too much, so they're trying to make it like tasteful and cinematic and, you know, woo woo woo. I get it, but it's not selling the strife, sis. It's not letting me know, like, oh, all of this is happening in the background, but he be having you climbing the walls and stuff. It's not giving that. And even if it was, there's so much of it out there. Have you heard of the Rosebud, the toy? It's clicking, but it's clicking down. As the King of Reed says, it's clicking down. There is no draw here. I'm confused. He's charming. He is charming. He's cute. I'll give you that. The accent, I see it. But the package, all of it, I don't know. I don't get it. It's confusing. And Hardin, no self-control, just these outbursts. It's so quick to anger in such a high level of it. You cannot control yourself for anything. The way he got so mad at other people's situations, like when he found his mom getting banged out on the counter the night before her wedding. I'll admit that was wild, and I would have been like, oh. And the next day at the wedding, I would have been side-eyeing I would have been like, I'd have been sitting in the pews like, and I would look over to dude. Hold on. I would look over to dude. I'd be like, I'd be so messy. But what I wouldn't do is act the way that he did. I don't get that because you walking in on someone else's situation. I get that you're just like, this is so wrong and this is effed up. It is. But to do what you did, and like Tessa is looking at all of this and she's taking it all into the head, and she's in her mind, she's like, I can't do this. This isn't sustainable. This isn't healthy. I'm not happy. And yet she keeps going back, and he keeps pulling her in, and he's not going to be the one to let her go. So she has to be the one to let him go. But I'm assuming that's not going to happen because we have a whole other movie coming out. And I don't know. These characters, it's frustrating. It's I don't know. It's not, there's a mixture in here of Twilight and 365 and maybe a little bit of, oh, what's that other one? With Christian Grey and 50 Shades, that's what it was. There's like a mixture of all of these things in here. It's like all of them are pulling off of each other, Twilight being the first and everybody else just kind of like springboarding off of that. And it's weird, and you can see the different instances. And in all of these, none of these characters have solid relationships. You guys are painting the oddest fictions out here, like fantasy fictions. I'm not getting it.
Fucking Trevor!
For after, how much time has passed for real? Because it's somewhere between a year and 4 years. And I say that because in the beginning of the movie, the first movie, Tessa's first going off to university. So she's a freshman in university, that's one. And then by the time we get to like the third or the fourth movie or something, they're talking about Hardin's getting ready to graduate in a few weeks and he's going to walk the stage or whatever, meaning that he's a senior, right, at that point. So either 4 years have passed or maybe they were never in the same year to begin with. It's unclear. I don't know. I'm just throwing that in there as an aside. But and then you leave your publishing job to go become I was gonna say become a nurse, not a nurse, waitress. She went to go become a waitress and she got terrible bangs, these horrible bangs. Oh, the book. Hardin wrote a book about your situation in his little journal. He's getting published. So at the other side of this relationship, Hardin is the one that's literally benefiting monetarily because now he's a best-selling author and he's going around doing book talks. And he didn't even change your name, Tessa. So now everybody that's reading this is like, Tessa, and they're able to look you up probably because I don't know, he might have pictures of you or somewhere or something like that, and they're able to see that you are an actual clown. I can see how you was like, no, I'm actually done. This is crazy. You got me out here looking a pickle right now. I am Boo Boo the Fool. Because yes, he put that in the book. Now here's what I'm thinking. Now, if his book is supposed to be the entire After series up until that point, then he didn't paint himself in a good light either. So, you know, at least there's that. But also, you could have changed the name. You don't have to have her in the book as Tess. Like, he moved wild on that. And he just like, and just immediately throughout the whole relationship was just writing the book. This is one of those things where people usually like sit down and like gather their thoughts and take years to put. But he was doing this from jump. And he finna make buku bucks off of it. I too would feel away. I'm feeling away right now because he's got you looking nuts out here. I don't know, Tessa, you gotta fight him now at this point. You've got to, because if he's not gonna break you off half for essentially being a contributor, you gotta. He's gotta come see you. Because I don't know. I want better for her. And I want him to go and actually get his life together, and I want them to be apart. And I want them to not cross paths again, because every time they cross paths, they fall into that little thing, and then they fight, and they're crying, and they're screaming, and fucking Trevor! And it's too much. It's too much. And I will be sitting down for the. I know. They're making these movies because you guys are watching it. I know. It's such a vicious cycle. It really is. It's. And the worst part of it is like, it's not a bad movie, but it is. It's horrific. It's horrendous, but it's not. But it is. And why do I say that? The writing is horrible, it's horrific. The plot, horrible, horrific. But the acting, not bad. Miss Girl and Sir, they're doing their thing. It's selling me. I'm sold. I believe that they have embodied these characters and they are telling me the story best that they can with the script that they have. Yep. But I just, oh God. I don't, what a story. What a story. So then I looked up, because I was just, I'm at the end of this, I was just like, there's no way. There's no way. I just want to know what these people actually think of these characters, because I wanted to find a clip of Hero having the amount of disdain for Hardin the way that Robert Pattinson hates Edward Cullen. I was like, if I can find clips of them saying like, yeah, these characters, they are a mess and they need help and it is just wild, then I was gonna feel really good, and I'm gonna be like, okay, we're all on the same page. You have to cash a check. You have to clock in for work because the lights need to stay on and the food needs to stay on the table. But I don't know if I don't know if they feel that way. I mean, the actress that plays Tessa said that everybody needs therapy straight off top. This is ridiculous. This is, I don't know what's happening. But Hero, I don't really know where he's at. Maybe he doesn't want to ruin the bag by saying one way or the other. And he was like, we still need to put this other movie out, so I'm not going to be too flippant about it. And that's what I'm just hoping for me. But for the director for one of the movies, she's very much Team Hardin and Tessa, and she was like, oh, I just really want them to get together in the end and whatnot, and I'm really rooting for them. And she's the only person that I have heard say thus far that is actively rooting for these characters, because they don't need to be together. No. It's not enough to just love someone to stay in a relationship with them. You can be madly and deeply in love with someone and it just doesn't work. You have to respect each other. You have to consider each other. You have to know each other. And those are three big things that these two characters do not do. They don't. I don't think they know each other. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't know each other's favorite color. They never had the conversation of who was your favorite superhero growing up? Who was your favorite birthday party? How old were you when you learned to ride a bike? I don't think they have these kinds of conversations. Hardin doesn't consider Tessa at all. He is never considerate of her feelings at all.
Oh my God.
When she told him, oh, I'm not able to carry, I might not be able to conceive, and then if I do, good chance I won't be able to carry it to term. And what did he do? He immediately made it about him, didn't he? It went from the night before him saying he doesn't want kids right now to the moment her telling him that, well, I might not be able to do that. He immediately made it about him, and it seems like something was taken from us. I'm so glad she corrected him and she said us. Well, that's a whole lot of you and me in there when it was just taken from me. I'm the one that went to the doctor and got this news. This is my body. Us. And it's really interesting. It's very interesting the way he switched up, because what does Hasan Minhaj say? It is very different from when you don't want something to when you suddenly cannot have. And that hit him in his chest suddenly. And I can't even imagine that you two should have children together, because you can't even get along. What kind of environment? Being way too deep about this fictional series suddenly. Hold on. These are not real people. Okay, let's come back. Okay. Whew. All right. No. But just like, because there are relationships that we're seeing in the media that aren't very different from this. So it's just very, it's concerning. There's so many people that are rooting for this sort of thing, but for all the people that are, there are so many more that are not, and that's great. And yes, I will be sitting down to watch number 5 of the series, because I'm already 4 in. Let me just see how it ends. Fuck. Anyway, have you guys seen it? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you later. Bye.